Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday to y'all. Welcome. Y'all come on in. Let's chat for a few minutes. Y'all come in, come in. Hey, Miss Sonya. Happy Saturday. Hey, girl. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Y'all come in, come in. Thank y'all so much for joining me this good Saturday afternoon. Yes, please make sure y'all hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for me. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Um, please keep in mind that everything that I say, it is a voice for most of my very own opinion. It is just for entertainment purposes only on Saturday. Yes, also, y'all, please do not put any species names in the chat. We use the initials, um, all that good stuff. You can become a member for $2.99. You can do super chat, super stickers, or you can do cash app, dollar signs, and script and eight. All of that stuff. So yes, y'all, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. We still have a few minutes to go. Now, please come in and hit the like button. Miss Paris, welcome. How are you today? Yes, Miss Sonia. Happy Saturday. It is about like it feels like 75 today. It is freaking hot. Woo. I told y'all we can't be satisfied. Either too hot, too cold, too cold, too hot. It is what it is. But yes, it's a nice day. Yes, great Saturday, Miss Paris. Hey, Miss Maria, girl. Hey, y'all. Miss Maria says, "Good afternoon, good afternoon, y'all. Tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, and share the video." Yes, greatly appreciate it. Appreciate all of y'all popping in on this Saturday. It's warm. Traffic is bad. All of the above, but yes, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all this yesterday. I was coming through the daggone Kroger's. It's a grocery store here, some supermarket, whatever y'all call it. Well, yeah, I was coming through the parking lot. They got these little speed bumps where you got to slow down because the people, y'all, the passengers be crossing, trying to get up, leaving out of the store, whatever. What, Miss Maria? She says it's only 49, partly sunny and still windy. Ooh. Yeah, the wind is blowing. We in that March. Yeah, now we got to get that March wind through now. We got to have that. But yeah, y'all. So I was coming through the parking lot, letting people come through the crossing the little street, whatever. Y'all, I saw this dude, y'all. A a whole buggy. When I say a whole buggy full of food, y'all, this dude had a whole buggy full of food. Um, when you go to Kroger, you can do self checkout, or you can go through the lines or whatever. Apparently, yo, apparently this dude didn't go through the line, self checkout, no checkout, nobody, y'all. He had the buggy full, y'all, and the dude pushed all the stuff right out the door, y'all. Out the door. I look up again, y'all, because I was looking at the buggy. I said, "Now, why that dude didn't put his groceries in bags?" All I can see these big turkey, these chicken legs looking like turkey legs, and he had some steaks and some. Girl, he had the buggy loaded down. Next thing I look up and see, I gotta let him pass through. I see security saying, "Hey, wait, bring me that." I said, "Die." So me with my nose itself, I rolled down my window and I'm looking at this buggy. Hey, dude. He said, "See what I go through every day?" I was like, "Wait, what?" Man, come on now. I heard of people going in the stores, y'all, loading their carts up with beer and alcohol, wine or whatever they want or whatever. But y'all, a whole buggy full of food, and you think the peoples ain't looking at you? You ain't got nothing in nobody bag. Lord, y'all, he was lucky they didn't call the popo and he went to the jail on yesterday. On yesterday, as my aunt them say, y'all, he could have went to jail. So I come over and I park in near this it's a sewing place. It was called Joann's, but it's going out of business now. And was a furniture store, Cons, they already went out of business. Anyway, y'all, why come the getaway car was over here in the parking lot? I saw said person that the security guy took that buggy full of food from y'all, walked to this said car that had 30-day tags on it. I'm nosy, y'all. I done seen everything. I done seen it all, y'all. I seen it all yesterday. Had the 30-day tags, y'all, and the trunk was popped and ready to go. Yes. That right there. They was ready to unload that buggy full of food, y'all, and put it in the trunk and burn down the highway. But the security guard caught him before he could get where he was going. And he had to leave it off. So the people was looking at him like, "Yo, dude, where the stuff?" He like, "Man, it's, he pointing back there toward the grocery store." I said, "Lord have mercy, Jesus. Time is hard." Yes, it is. But look at here, partner. Y'all know in the afternoons, especially on a Friday afternoon. The stores, all stores is like real busy or whatever. So I thought, I guess said person thought, oh, there ain't nobody paying me no attention up in this store today. Let me just get what I'm gonna get and roll up out of here. Security said the devil is a lie. Not today. You better bring me them chicken legs back here, boy. Bring it back. But I thought they said that, well, maybe this at Walmart. They said the peoples be pushing out TVs and everything, y'all. And they said they let them roll right on out the store with it because they ain't finna be running there behind nobody, chasing nobody behind no said merchandise that they can write off and all of that stuff. But the security got him yesterday. I said, ooh, But Miss Marie, Miss Honey said times are hard. Yes, Miss Honey, times are hard. Miss Maria says that's like when some guy had a cart full of electronics and rolled right out of Target, did box did not stop to pay nothing. He ain't paid nobody. They paid nobody. Hey, Miss Faye. She says, good afternoon. Hey, girl. Hey, Logical One. She says, hey, G and chat. How you doing today? And welcome. Y'all, I said, now, who does this in a broad daylight? I said, now, if he were going to do such stuff as that, maybe he should have waited till like early in the morning. The store opened up, I think, at 5 o'clock or something, going up in there. But they had the trunk pop, y'all, way over here in another parking lot, waiting for said groceries to come so they can put it in there. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Now it was two people it was two waiting for him to come with the food. Yeah, y'all, they were sitting in the car waiting. And like I said, they had that good old trunk pop. But when said food got stopped, they drove on off, y'all. I said, dang. Now I know somebody in that car was getting some EBT. They had to be getting some EBT, y'all. Come on now. No, he didn't go for the hot dogs and some little sausage and stuff like that, y'all. I was looking at the car because it rolled right past me. I had to let him by. I was looking, y'all. They had some everything: chicken, steaks. Um, looked like he had some. He did have some beer in there, maybe a 6-pack. All of that. I said, ooh, they probably gonna go and get on that good grill this afternoon and have them a good old time. But they got stopped. So I said, well. Maybe they went over there to the food line or somewhere and tried it over there. I don't know, y'all, but that's what happened. I said, "Hey." But anywho, y'all, how y'all doing today? Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. I done went and had me some shrimp egg rolls. That was good. Two. Only had 1.5. I can't eat a whole lot of food, but that's what I had a taste for, some shrimp egg rolls. So yes, it was really good. But anywho and anyhow. So y'all, as y'all know, the peoples on the street, y'all, is dragging poor Monique, y'all. They say Monique always looking for a moment. Monique is always into something, y'all. But y'all know that she was call herself calling out the Tyler Perry, y'all. Calling out the Tyler Perry for that heartfelt message that he said during Angie Stone's homegoing. The people was upset because they were like, Monique, that's the wrong time to be doing that. They told her she was too grown for that. They told Monique she should have known better. Just all out of order. Everything. They told her what's his name, Quincy? I think his name Quincy. God, doing such stuff as that gonna mess around and make nobody not want to work for them and deal with them. I understand Monique, because like if Tyler Perry done blocked me from making 10 millions and millions of dollars, saying that I was difficult to work with, I probably would have been in my feelings too, but I wouldn't have just did it, um, after some celebrity like Angie Stone now had passed away. It's a time and place for everything. Maria says, I just ordered some ribs, mac and cheese, and cornbread. Girl, go ahead eat and get you a glass of cold iced tea or that Pepsi Cola. That's my favorite is a Pepsi. Eat that food, girl, and get on that bed and take you a good old nap for this good Saturday. Because this is probably what I'm going to do after I get off of here. I'm going to finish eating my egg roll, and then I might take me a nap. I don't know. Miss Sonia says, Monique, what's wrong for that? Yes, Miss Sonia. I don't know what Monique was thinking. Maybe she wasn't thinking at that time, and she just felt like it was, calling them out at a good moment. Because he was up there speaking, so she was like, you got good game talk, partner, but what about me? What about my money? I mean, you said you was gonna give me a public apology. What about me? So I guess said apology has not happened as of yet. And she pulling such stunt as that. It probably won't happen at this point. Go on and leave the peoples alone, Monique. And do what you can do, shoot. That's all we can do, the best we can. Ms. Maria says, I wish Monique would just shut the up. That wasn't the time. Tyler don't have to work with her. She's still claiming Oprah owes her a movie role. This right here has something to do with the Precious movie that she did. I did hear at one point that they wanted her to do that said movie for free or something else like that. And Monique was saying it was embarrassing and messing with her character and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. Um, but she just Lee Daniels, I know he did apologize. I think they should be on a better um better, they should be better with each other at this point because he did apologize or whatever. But I didn't ever hear Oprah nor Tyler come out, so maybe they feel like they don't owe her an apology. That's their right. Well, it doesn't look like she's gonna let it die down for whatever the reason is. She just wanted to keep going and going and going and going and going, so the peoples is getting sick of her. They like, Monique, go take several seats, girl. Go sit down somewhere. It don't matter. Just sit down somewhere. I said, Lord have mercy, Monique. Breathe, sweetheart. Just breathe. You know, um, and just stop. Leave the peoples alone. If they don't want to, you can't make them. Miss Maria says he did admit to being wrong for saying that. I guess she wants him to kiss her ass or something. Well, she said he owed her a public apology. hmm I'm not really sure where this money is coming from that she's saying he owed. I guess she's saying by him blackballing her or saying that she was difficult to work with, and she said that he's never worked with her. That he blackballed her from the tens of millions of dollars. So I don't know. I have no idea, child. I don't know. I'm just telling you what the people is saying on the good YouTube streets here. They ain't too happy with old Monique right about now. So Monique, go on somewhere and sit down. She go on now. Go on, sit down, let it die down. And try again on another day, I guess. Maybe why don't you call him? Set up a lunch date, dinner date, or some kind of date, and leave the man over there somewhere. I don't even know what he got going on, but leave him over there, and you just go and talk with the good Tyler Perry all by yourself. You might be surprised at what happened. I'm just saying, allegedly, all that right there. But she was just having a moment in her feelings. But it was not my thoughts, my opinion. It was just not the right time for her to do such stuff. The people was mourning and carrying on and all of that. But I'm sure he probably didn't even pay what she had to say no mind. Paid her dust, and it is what it is. Miss Maria says Monique blackballed herself. She was trying to sue Netflix at one point because she felt they should have offered her more money than they did for the comedy show. Now I remember that, Miss Maria, and they were saying something about the Clear People was getting way more money than she was getting, and she had a problem with that. And that's a natural reaction. All of us would have. How she found out how much the Clear People was getting, I'm not sure, but yeah, she did. But I thought they went back and repaid her or paid her some more money or something like that. It's logical one says Monique is just going to have to accept apologies that she'll never get. I think her husband also does her no favors in these situations. Yep. hmm He's always co-signing and got something other to say instead of going over yonder and sit down. Cause see, I'm still upset with him about him getting in the situation with her and her son. That was between her and her son. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Cause I'm like this. after I got my divorce, and I have two sons. Even if I dated somebody, I always let the boys know, my kids, my two sons over there. I see that they don't need no daddy, cause they got one, pappy, father, whatever you want to call them. They got one. So I said that to say you don't need to be telling my kids nothing, because you makes me blank out if people do stuff like that. So if you don't want me to blank out, don't say nothing to them. If you see they did something, you let me know, and I'll go from there. But that ain't your responsibilities, partner. Don't do that. No, please don't do that. Because then we're gonna have problems for real. But yeah, she needs to tell him to go take several seats and just sit down and mind the business that's probably not paying him. Allegedly. Ms. Maria says the Clear Woman was just coming off a very successful movie and was really hot at the time, whereas Monique hadn't been in a movie for years at that point. Well, now see, she didn't tell all of that, Miss Maria. She ain't tell all that now. She ain't put all that business out there. She just told half of the story, I guess. She probably started towards the end, not even at the beginning or the middle, but towards the end of the story. So that's where she picked it up, and she was putting it out there. And she felt some type of way about that the situation or whatever. So I was like, wow, these people, these celebrity people, y'all, they be going through. I guess what they say, Biggie said, the more money, the more problems. Ain't that what he said? Yeah, that's what he said. Um, but some of these celebrities, I'm not even really sure about these people. They remind me of some other folks I seen on the TV perpetrating like, they this and they that. In all reality, they ain't ish. They may have been like that at one point, but being in the celebrity world and trying to keep up with the Joneses got them caught up into something. So, you know, in this good old lifetime, do what you can do. It is what it is. Favor ain't fair. So move on and move around. Move on and move around. Yeah, that part. But yeah, Monique, go somewhere and sit down, baby, and leave the peoples alone. Stop harassing for they put some charges on you, girl. They put some charges on you now. But they're harassing them and all that kind of stuff. Gonna get a cease and desist, and Monique, just stop right now. Leave them alone. Just leave the peoples alone. But yeah, y'all, on another note, y'all, old Missy Wanda, y'all, I told y'all yesterday, Wanda went live, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about Wanda. Wanda thinks she's sleek, though. Wanda learned something from the LGB boy. What Wanda do now? She know how to get the peoples over there. Wanda said, "I got 500 people over here in my live." That's what she said, y'all. She had 500 people over there to hear her live of her lies. I said, "They'll pour this Wanda right here. She's something special." Miss Maria said, "That's why I can't with her anymore. People were complaining about her stand up because they said she spent the majority of the time bitching about Hollywood, Perry, Winfrey, and Daniels." Yeah, yeah, she did. But yeah, y'all. So I said, Wanda learned from the boy how to get the people over there, y'all. To hit that like button. That's what she wanted the people to come over there and hit that like button for, y'all. And she said, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, y'all. I said, now these people say Wanda is slow. Wanda ain't slow. Wanda know how to get what she trying to get done. She got him. She got him yesterday. I can't take it away from me, y'all. She got him yesterday. At the time, I think she probably had like 2,000 and some views or something like that. And y'all, this is what she said in her live. She told the people earlier that she had something to say over there. She went IG first, and she said she got to go IG first to get the people to come on over there to her live on YouTube and over there. That's what she said, and that's what she did. And y'all, the story was she told the people, she had something to say. But this is what she said. She was talking about the YouTube beef, y'all. She ain't really get into it. She spoke about your friends, and if she got her friend is her friend, regardless. She said if Thank you so much, Miss Maria, for your $5 super stick. I greatly appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you. But yeah, she said that if you got a friend and something is popping off, the friend's supposed to call you and discuss it with you, and don't be up there on the YouTube streets and everywhere calling the people, getting, when something like that happen, gonna try to see who gonna get on your side, who gonna get on somebody else's side. Miss Maria says, tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, $sign G Strickland 8, and share the video, please. And thank y'all so much. Yes, all of that'll be just nice. But yeah, she said that if you got a problem with your friend, you're supposed to pick the phone up, call your friend, and y'all discuss it or whatever. Hey, Miss Gwendolyn. Hey, welcome. How are you today? Happy Saturday to you. But yeah. And in reality, a lot of time that is what people do. If y'all are really friends, you try to solve the problem or whatever. But I don't know if this situation here has gotten out of hand, it's gone too far, or what it is. But Wanda said so many people were calling her, y'all, talking about this YouTube beef and all that kind of mess or whatever. So Wanda said that I think it was her daughter Tisha, and somebody else said, "Oh, I like that friend. I like that friend right there. Maybe you should just be the bigger person and you just call her and try to talk to her, and see what's going on or whatever." So Wanda said she didn't use her phone to call said friend. That's what she said. Miss Maria says, so in other words, do the extra thing opposites of what Wanda does. I'm assuming so. Maybe that part right there. Yeah, do the opposite. She said, so she used her little niece phone to call said friends. No names were called, no names throughout the whole entire life. She didn't call nobody's name. But she used the little niece to call said friend. So said friend answered the phone. And she said, said friend, hello. Hey friend, friend, what's going on? You still mad? Click up. Wanda said, hey, y'all, Wanda said friend hung up on her. I said, Wanda's a whole fool. Y'all, Wanda fool by herself, for real. If Wanda would be so stupid, y'all, so if she would have did all that stuff she did, Wanda would have been pretty good for TV. I'm gonna have to give it to her, y'all, for real, for real. I ain't even gonna take that away from her. But Wanda just said friend hung up on her, y'all. Wanda said, she said, well, um, maybe she ain't ready to talk. Miss Faith says she crazy. She is. Miss Maria says perhaps she should have led with, I'm sorry. Mm. Well, Miss Maria, I'm not really sure if she thinks she should be sorry for anything. The way she talking, she trying to figure out why said friend upset. Like she don't know. But she said, said friend hung up on. So Wanda said she just gonna leave it alone. She got friends, she got other friends or whatever. So, maybe the time was just up for her and said friend. In that situation right there, everybody wants somebody on their side whenever something pops off, y'all. People be trying to pull. I ain't gonna be doing none of that because everybody grown. Do what you're gonna do. But yeah, said friend, I want to talk to her. So she seems like she might be a little sad behind that situation. But you're right, Miss Maria. Maybe she should have started off by, hey, I'm maybe I'm not really sure about what's really going on, but I am sorry. And, I just want to, trying to reach out to you to see what's going on. If that friendship meant anything, Miss Face said that lady done with her. That's what it sounded like. But, that lady and that guy, they was helping Wanda a lot with her YouTube channel. I do know that. Hey, Miss Patricia T, welcome. Hey, she says, hey y'all. I had to jump out of the bushes for that one. Miss Patricia, that what Wanda said. Said friend hung up on. Then he say one word, not one word to her, y'all. Heard Wanda voice up there and click. She probably hung up on Wanda before she even finished with what's going on. When she said what click, couldn't even get the word what's out. hmm So yeah, it might be done without. But her and the LGB was helping her with her YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff and stuff. I didn't even hear her say nothing about, the moth or none of them being in the channel. So I guess right now everybody probably just in their feelings. Hey, Miss Carla. Hey, girl. Happy Saturday to you. Um, she says, hey, G Squad in chat. Hey. But yeah, they was helping her. So now, you never know what these people might be planning or plotting or whatever pertaining to Wanda and this channel and everybody in their feelings still. So I don't be going over there no more. Mm-mm. I don't be going over there. She had got off the live because she was going over there to Black. She was drinking some water, y'all. Hey, Miss Cheryl, she says, hey, Miss GS in chat. Hey, girl. Hey, happy Saturday. But yeah, she was drinking some water. She didn't have nothing to drink, but she said when she got over there to the good Black, she won't get toe up, y'all. Toe up from the floor up. That's what she said. Um, Talking about old Wanda called, said, what about your friends? She called her friends. Hey, Miss TJ's Queen. She said, hey, guys. She was talking about her friend, and she called her friend to try to see what was going on, and friend hung up on her. She said she had to use her little niece's phone, and she used it to call said friend, and when she did, said friend answered, and she said, hey, hey, what's going on? And said friend said, click, hung right on up on her. Oh, y'all, it was funny. It was funny how Wanda said she just hung up on her, y'all. I said, die, Wanda. Oh Lord, poor Wanda. Wanda, please just leave it alone. Let it die down. Let it cool off or whatever. It's gonna be, you already reached out to said friend, and said friend hung up on you. So now you just sit and wait and see if said friend wants to be your friends anymore. And maybe she'll reach out to you. I don't know. She got to click. Yeah, click. Ring, 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 ring. Hello. Hey, Miss CDW. She says, hello, everyone. It said ring, 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 ring. And said friend said hello. Wanda said, hey, what's going, and click, said friend said click. I cannot move. I cannot with Wanda, y'all. I just cannot. But she was acting like some man was in the room with her, y'all, because she said, I'm on live. Don't go and get in my live now. Go on over there. But she was looking away from the camera. Somebody was in. I don't know who it was, but that person didn't show his face on the camera. And also, Miss Carla, we was talking about Monique being dragged through the streets of the internet because she wanted to call Tyler Perry out when he made his speech about what was going on with Angie Stone, and they was telling her it was the wrong time and all of the above, and they was dragging her saying that she's always looking for a moment. She's too grown to be doing the stuff that she did. That's what they said, Miss Carl. That's what they told her. I said, well, it is the truth. Well, it's so. Monique thinks Monique timing is everything. um, and they told her she gonna mess around. Ain't nobody gonna want to work with her and that husband of hers or whatever he is. I don't know who he is, where he is, and where he came from. But he need to go and take several seats and just sit down, leave, stay out in the business, especially when it come with her and her son. Like I said, don't do that. Well, I'm trying to figure out, y'all. Is Black open? Is it closed? Do they just open up when they get ready? They just pop out when it's filming time. What they doing, y'all? I'm confused. Miss Maria says maybe Monique needs to read the room first. Well, um, that would be a good start. But I guess she says her name is Monique. She ain't got to read no room. She gonna do what she gonna do, and that's it. And that's all she doing is making Tyler Perry probably get angrier and really ain't gonna say nothing to her or fool with her or nothing like that. Tyler Perry sitting out here with this big old said production company and all that stuff. Monique, you better go sit down, girl. You might need a job from this dude one day. You up here cutting the food, acting like a monkey. Don't do that. Setting your own self up. Listening to your husband, probably. Tell him to sit down now. Miss Carter says she needs to go. The Ayana fix my life. Sydney, you are not included. You ain't gonna leave Sydney at the house, is you? Yeah, Sydney, you need to go. After she get finished, after Ayana get finished with Monique, then it can be your turn. I miss Ayana coming on, especially on Saturdays, y'all. That was a good show. Um, but Ayana was saying people were threatening her and stuff, y'all. I said, what? Oh my goodness, oh, that was one of the reasons they said she got off the TV. I said, who would do such thing as that? She was helping the people, y'all. Miss Maria says, I'm wondering why they didn't show Marlon Wayne's visit to Black. Well, Miss Maria, the word on the curb was, he did that comedy show down there, down yonder in Huntsville, they said. And they said it was filmed. They filmed that or something. And, Tisha was gone with the AKA stuff or whatever. But they said that it was filmed. So I don't know. I guess they may be hoping it be, can show it on the show or the show that ain't going to never happen again. But that's what was said, y'all. It was filmed. Miss Patricia T says that Maria, did any one of them show him? No, we just seen the little flyer that we're supposed to be out or whatever, but it was said that he was there and it was filmed. Miss Maria says nope. I don't know why or what they call themselves doing, y'all, and why it's so secretive. But my thing is too, I never would have expected the showrunner Marcus to be so tight with Marceau like that. I thought, if anything, he would have been tight with Martell, so I don't know. But yeah, he down yonder with the karaoke nights and all of that stuff. I thought he lived in Atlanta. That dude drove all the way from Atlanta to Huntsville to do daggone karaoke. No, there's something that's behind that. Marissa and Patricia T kind of like the whole Uncle Luke thing. Yeah, Lord, Uncle Luke was lost. Uncle Luke was lost in the sauce, y'all. I don't even think Uncle Luke knew Marceau, and Marceau didn't know Uncle Luke, but he tried to get us up there on the good internet, trying to make us believe that him and Uncle Luke were real good friends. Uncle Luke was confused. He didn't even know what he was talking about. Carla, I cannot with you. Miss Carla told me, I know Tuna Cat cleared the room with the AKA, the smell, that is. Miss Carla, go over there and get in the corner and just put the thing over your head now. I'm tired, Miss Carla. Miss Carla, call her Tuna Cat, y'all. Tuna Cat be out there, Miss Carla, with the AKA stuff. I don't know how, but yeah, y'all. They say Tuna Cat be out there with the peoples and stuff. But y'all, why did Wanda had to go get a hotel room? Why she couldn't go and stay at her daughter's house? And they got a eight bedroom, 10 bathroom, 2 kitchens, a family room, a movie theater, and they got all that in the house. Yes, Miss Maria Carla, go on over there with your chair now. And they got all that at the house. I'm trying to figure out why they wanted to get that room last night. I mean, a house is that big, even if Wanda had company, allegedly, I'm not sure, but somebody was in that hotel room with her. They wouldn't know what was going on. I'm just saying. This big old mansion and they couldn't let her come. Child, there ain't even 8 rooms total in that house. Miss Maria. But I'm just saying, your mama coming into town. Why she gotta go check into a hotel when you got all these rooms over there? They ain't got but 3 children, 3, 4. They still got 4 rooms to the good. That don't make sense to me. Patricia T says at Maria, Marlon mentioned on IG about him doing the comedy show, but no mention of Black. Ooh. See there, Miss Patricia. How come Marceau they don't fool with us? They don't fool with us, y'all, because of that right there. Y'all be so nosy. Miss Carla said, chair, I would take my chair and go to the corner. Miss Carla called that girl Tuna Cat. She said you can call her Tuna all you want to. She gonna be out there, y'all, in the streets with the people. But yeah, I should have asked one in that live. Why you over there in the hotel room? But she like the other people, y'all. You have to be careful because you ask a question, and it's just a simple question, man. They be putting you on the block list and stuff. But I be like, why you was over there trying to get a room for other rooms your daughter got in that mansion, elevator, escalade, and all of that kind of stuff up over there? I mean, it don't make sense to me. Make it make sense. Miss Maria says that Patricia, I don't know, just like Uncle Luke, who was going to Huntsville for a show at the camp. Martha was claiming it was Black's show. He said that. Oh, y'all, I forgot something. I forgot to tell y'all the rest. Let me see. Let me tell y'all, this is why Wanda went live last night, too. Y'all, she thinks she's slick. So after she got through talking about the friend that they said, ring, 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 hello, hey, click, click, after that part. So then y'all, she gonna tell us tonight, is there any Leos in the house? I know there's some Leos in here. Where my Leos at? Anyway, y'all, apparently she gonna talk about down there in, y'all stop saying Bessemer wrong. It's Besma. Besma. Now that's what Wanda said. It ain't what y'all calling it, Bessemer, Miss Faith. She said Besma. Now that's how we gonna have to call it. But anyway, y'all, she says come August, y'all. She gonna have boots on the ground. Yes, y'all, boots on the ground. She said everybody's invited. She was throwing shots out right then. She said, I'm inviting everybody. Now, when I just said that, y'all would probably think that I'm saying the event is free, right? Negative. Wanda says so the tickets is going to be, I think, $50 now. But Tisha and somebody got to get the tickets up and printed off and all that. But if you buy the tickets now, they're gonna be $50. But if you wait to get to the door, I think they're gonna be like $75 or something else like that. I was see Wanda, Wanda don't do good, y'all. So the moral of the whole moral of the live was to get the peoples to buy these tickets, y'all. Yeah. Miss Maria says that Carla, all the Y'all, that be screaming y'all, kicking you out, throwing you down, and all of the above. But anyway, yeah, StreamYard is garbage, Miss Carla. Patricia T said it's Bessemer and not Bessemer. Well, that's what she said, Miss Patricia. She told us yesterday. Now I'm just telling you what the good Wanda said. Um, Maybe she went to the hotel because she had a man. I'm just saying, girl, I don't know who was in there. Memory said I wouldn't pay 50 cents. That's what she said. George Foreman. What? Did y'all hear George Foreman has passed? No, I did not. Lord, see what I tell y'all? Time, like, never know when. Maria says, okay, it looks like the technical difficulty. She will be right back. Yes, thank you, Miss Maria. Appreciate y'all. It be stream y'all. We ain't done till I be, say we done and all the loves and all of that appreciation and stuff for joining the live. But yeah, stream y'all to kick you out real quick. It will. Oh, was he in the hospital or anything? Or he just, what happened? He left us yesterday at 76. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. That is sad. But yeah, y'all, I was trying to figure out what was they trying to sell some tickets for and do talking about some boots on the ground. And y'all want to talk about she taking a class too, y'all. If y'all better know how to do that dance when you come. Everybody can come. Talking about she taking some dance classes because she's gonna know she gonna have that dance down pat. No info on how and where. Okay, wow, bless his heart. 76 is some good years, that God gave him. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I said, if it ain't Stormy, it's Tisha them, it's Wanda them. Always trying to sell something, do something, or something, y'all. It don't make no sense to me. Maria said, so trying to get Melamita back. I don't know who bag she trying to get, but that's what she said, y'all. I said, I knew Wanda was up to something because she kept telling the people, ain't gonna be no mess, y'all. I ain't gonna be starting no mess. I ain't saying nothing about nobody and none of that. And that's what she said, y'all. She said everybody was invited to Besma. So, Miss Faith, I'm gonna need you to go down there, go over yonder and get a report and come back and let the peoples know how the boots on the ground was. All the time, ain't nobody going to that party but the Besma hillbillies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Carlos and them, they may go. I don't know if it's gonna be filmed or whatever. Is that boy still over there dragging one? I ain't been over there in a while to check it out to see what was going on or nothing like that. But I don't know if he gonna be invited to come back down there the best month. What y'all think he gonna go? He probably still mad at her. He got her blocked and everything. That's what he said. I ain't see it. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to George Foreman. I like his little grills, y'all. Mm, I say, oh Lord, it seems like every weekend, y'all, we be talking about somebody passing or something. He would go just to trash the event. Y'all, that dude right there, y'all, he is vindictive, man. When he be going in, oh my God. And y'all should see how he be doing his hand, like of being like in like what you want me to say or whatever. But oh my God. What I wanted him to do, I'll tell you what I want him to do. I want him to ride her because he said she did him dirty. Mel ain't never did nothing to the clown but try to help him. And let's see if he ride into Wanda like he did. Thought he was coming at Mel. That's what I want to see. His face says, I seen it. They say he been sick. Oh, okay. Oh wow, bless his heart. Miss Carla says, no, I think LGB is still doing slow recording. Lord Jesus. Mm, mm, mm. Miss Carla, how many recordings could it be? I mean, the last thing that I heard something about, he did have a conversation with Martell, allegedly. I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. For what? Should be tired of the recordings by now. And the way he's cutting them down, y'all, where he's doing that to get the people over there to hear them lies that girl is telling. But they go over there and all that stuff, y'all. So I said all that stuff. Ooh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, he's doing what he do. Marissa said, "Gee, you see, Slaw can't shut up. She probably talks for hours and hours and hours." Yeah, he kind of said that, in a sense, but hey, that's crazy. But Miss Maria, he could play that in one video if he wanted to. He give you seconds of a video. Then he come back later on that afternoon, y'all. Be back later on this afternoon, give you another second of the video. If when is it going to end? It was a one-time conversation, and he stretched it out to 20 conversations. That part right there, Miss Carla, seemed like it was more than 20. More than 20. But if it's anything negative or the people can hear something bad about me, that they jumping on board for it. It is what it is. And yes, the people on the streets love the mess, y'all. We already know that. It is what it is. Maria says, who gonna sit and listen to her bull skit for 3 to 4 hours? I don't know, but that other blogger, she just cut all ties with her. She's like, I'm not fooling with this girl. I'm not getting caught up in no mess. I'm just not gonna do it. So and it's not worth risking your channel and all of that stuff, because I tell y'all, these channels, it's hard work. It really is. It is a lot of hard work. Trying to do this every day. Miss Carla says nobody. Somebody, Miss Carla, I don't know who, but it was somebody. And then I heard somebody this morning. I think it was Who Knew. Shout out to her. She was talking about Martell filming with her and then filming with Ralph. I said, Lord, it just get worse by the minute. Ralph and Martell, Martell, you and Ralph, what do y'all got going on, dudes? But I need to know. We're in Bessemer. If that at night I'm not going. Birmingham had multiple shootings last night. Really, Miss Faith? No, girl, don't you be out there. You stay in the house, girl. Bullets ain't got nobody name on it. It's not worth it. Wow. See, people don't fight like they used to, y'all. They got to have these pow-pows and all that kind of stuff. Um, it's crazy. Miss Maria says, did y'all hear about the woman who was unalived by her serial unalive husband during a con- conjugal visit in California? I thought it was in a hotel or somewhere. The guy was in prison or something like that. And they was having an extra encounter, and some of them clear people be liking that they're choking and all that kind of stuff. And I thought it had went too far. That's what I thought it had happened, but I don't know. A caller says he has done some deplorable stuff, and nothing ever happened to his channel. Because Miss Carla, I heard some people saying that his channel is not like our channels. His channel leads to somewhere else or some crazy stuff like that. I don't know, but then he's kind of really computer savvy and all that kind of stuff like that. So I don't know. But I said if that was the case, it seemed like he should be in the hundred thousands of subscribers and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they say he got his channel fixed some kind of way, different from everybody else's. So when people strike his channels, it doesn't affect him at all. Maria says that Faith, I heard Bessemer is dangerous. Yeah. Mm. That's why Wanda said not down there to Bessemer couldn't look. What she told that boy, don't be coming down here to Bessemer couldn't look. They say that Bessemer is New Jack City. What? Miss Faith said it is. Not New Jack City, girl. God, no. They be going hard down there like that. They have conjugal visits in California prisons. There are apartment-like rooms for those visits. He is serving 4 life sentences. Well, now you better go ahead on and add another one to it then. Because they sure say that's what happened. So that guy was in prison or something. Why is you hooking up with these internet dudes that's already in prison? And why do these prison dudes get so much access to the internet? Make it make sense. I've never seen this to happen before. Now you look up, you can be talking to them on the daggone internet all day, all night if you want to. I said, Lord, they just got too much time on their hand when they need to be trying to go to school to get some kind of degree or something while they in there, and hopefully they can use it when they get outside. Miss Faith said, I thought that was her husband. Well, she could have married him while he was in prison, Miss Faith. That's a possibility. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. She ain't here no more to tell the story because she gone. She ain't with us no more. Marissa says, I think she married him before he got locked up. I'm not sure. New time, new age. Yes, Miss Carla. New time, new age. And Lord, some of these folks just be walking with their guns and stuff on their hips and stuff like they so bad. I don't even like being in stores and stuff like that when I see people coming in like that, because I feel like if you have your weapon on you or whatever, maybe you should wear a shirt that it covers it up or whatever. I have to leave that store. I'm like, no, I ain't trying to get caught up in here with this here. It's not looking good to me. Something might pop off, so I just jet on up out of there. But yeah, since she gone, he don't know. He said that she came back somewhere and the lady was unalive. I don't know. I guess he said, I gotta have some kind of story because I ain't about to go back to the prison. I don't blame him for that. Y'all please hit the like button for me. Please hit that like button. Please and thank you. I couldn't be fooling that man. They had no kids with him either. But yeah, I don't know why these people be marrying these men that's already in prison doing this crazy stuff. He called the guards claiming she had passed out. Of course she passed out. He put them hands around that neck. Of course she passed out. His face is that the way they do it every day, packing G. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Y'all, I don't know about y'all. Sometimes I wish things were like they used to be in the olden days. But these people today, I don't know. Miss Carla says my nephew is in prison and this fool was in line rolling a blunt. Miss Carla, this fool was in line rolling a blunt. I said, you will not get a dime from me. What? Not in the line roll. It wouldn't put nothing past me what they be doing up in there now, Miss Carl. I'm just saying, y'all, it would not surprise me at all. Cause seem like they gave them a lot of freedom now. It's just like them being out. But y'all know what? Y'all remember when they would get out of jail or prison or whatever, and they was like they didn't know how to use a phone and some of the simplest stuff. They said they didn't know how to use that stuff. Online rolling the blunt. Not online. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Miss Carla, Miss Maria to my Aunt Carla, what? He said puff puff pass. That's what he was doing. He was doing the puff puff pass. Hey, Miss Juicy T, she says, hey y'all, hey girl, hey, happy Saturday to you. Lord, that's a shame. That's what I'm telling you. The guards is probably bringing the stuff in for the people, y'all. Y'all know how they do. That wouldn't surprise me at all because guess what? Look at all these guards and stuff getting pregnant by the people that's in prison. I could not. No, thank you. But you know what? To each his own. I guess they say they got to get it some kind of way. Don't matter how to get it. But before I get up off here, what y'all think Wanda doing raising this money for? Selling these here good tickets for $50 to $75 a pop. She ain't said nothing about no food and none of that stuff, y'all. But I guess she gonna be cooking, y'all. She probably gonna be cooking out there with her boots on the ground. Maria says, didn't they just arrest some guards for providing contraband into prison? Miss Maria, that people don't care nothing about that today. Uh, all it's gonna do, maybe they got them, but they're gonna be somebody else that following in their footsteps. I just tell y'all, these folks, they don't care. Mm-mm. And they see, don't let them see one person do it and get away with it. Oh Lord, they done started something. Ooh, it's on and popping then. On and popping, that part. But yeah, I don't know if Wanda got drunk last night, y'all. Nobody going to pay to go to that mess. It may be probably just be families and family and friends. Somebody told her, y'all, on her IG live, I forgot to tell y'all too. Yesterday, said they was telling her she looked pretty and stuff, and they said that Kiki looked just like her. And she talking about, yeah, before she passed, people used to say that all the time. She looked just like me, my little niece. You know, she always say that, my little niece. Maria says food would only make it worse. Oh, God, Jesus. I damn sure ain't paying, or in fact, I wouldn't eat nothing off that roach coach for free. Mm, 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 mm. Nah, y'all be careful out there. Mm-mm. This lady that worked with me, she just told me about, sent me a um Miss Carla, I'm mad at you. I ain't thinking about you. I am feeling a pork chop sandwich. Lord have mercy. Miss Carla, when we was all of us was home, me and my siblings and stuff, we would be home like on a day like today. We cook that pork chop and get us some of that bread, make us a sandwich, and then you take that your hand and mash that bread in on that hot piece of pork chop. Man, some people put hot sauce on their pork chop. I do too sometimes. Man, that pork chop sandwich right there will be off the chain. Um, uh, yeah, it'd be real good though. I forgot what I was saying, but Miss Marissa says that Carla, have you tried City Barbecue? Faces, I'm going to get me a barbecue plate and some banana pudding. See, y'all is making me weep. Oh, that's okay. Sounds good. Don't forget the French fries, Miss Faith, and the coleslaw with your barbecue, and probably a good old glass of sweet tea. No, I gotta have that Pepsi, y'all. I'm sorry. Gotta have that Pepsi. That part. But yeah, y'all get in line and get these tickets in for old Wanda. It comes with 3 sides. Miss Juice and T says, I love City Barbecue. Wow. City Barbecue must be just where you're at, Miss Maria. We have Mission Barbecue, and they be trying to do it like the North Carolina barbecue, but they don't even really come close to it. Uh, North Carolina got the best barbecue, y'all, just in case y'all didn't know that. And when I be going home, sometimes I would go through and get me some just to have for a lovely day. Miss Carla says, I like hot sauce on my pork chops. The City Barbecue is not good in Indianapolis. Oh, wow. Ain't that something, y'all? You got to catch that right one. It could be so many different types of, the same restaurants in different cities, but for some reason, one might taste a little bit better than the other one. You be like, well, what did they do different? Miss Faye says, I am going Uncle Sam barbecue. Oh, Maria says that Carla, I love city brisket. I mean, it's okay, y'all. And then when I go over there to Mission Barbecue, sometimes I'll be wanting some collard greens, but they got like red peppers in there, and their collard green don't be tasting that good. I had it one time, but they mac and cheese is really good. Carla says, my spot is Fat Man's Barbecue. Girl, we ain't got nothing one of them either. We ain't got no Fat Man's Barbecue. And I bet I bet you he put his foot in that right there. Fat Man's Barbecue too. Lord have mercy. Mm, 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 mm. Um, I was gonna say I'm glad that it's warming up, barbecues and all that stuff. You gotta be careful eating people's food today. Oh, I know I'll give it to y'all. This lady that worked with me, she sent me a post, a link where this janitor at the school, not this school that I'm at, but at a school, um put pee in people's bottled water, y'all, and they drinking. And guess what happened to them? They got the H, the I, and the V, y'all. I said, wait, what? Y'all don't be leaving nothing open. I'm telling y'all, these people that be grinning in your face, these people don't like you. They be doing some crazy stuff. Miss Charlene says, G, you with Pepsi and Mel with the Coke. Yes, I gotta have that Pepsi, Miss Charlene. I'm sorry. Um, Miss Maria says, I love me some King's barbecue, but on the weekend it takes too long. Girl, you gotta get on that good phone and place that order, call it in. Miss Faith says, on my vacation, I am going to drive to Huntsville to try LB barbecue. Ooh, I know, girl, they already said that must be good. It is so good, they said. Miss Carla says, I suck them bones like a work of art. Girl. Miss Maria says, I saw the headlines but didn't see the whole thing. Ooh. Miss Faith says, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is sweet to me, man. I can't, uh-uh. Maria says, I love Coke or Dr. Pepper. Pepsi or Dr. Pepper is mine. Give me a Pepsi. Oh, any day. I don't like no cherry Pepsi. I don't like none of that there now. I gotta have it straight. Give me the real Pepsi. Maria says, LB's ribs be looking so good. Mm, 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 mm. Man, he be doing the thing. They say down there. You don't drink pop? No, girl, I drink enough for you, I guess. I got a little food for y'all. It's okay, though. I ain't worried about it. Don't worry about it, Miss Carla. I be drinking them. I gotta drink some water though. I need to give me some water and drink me some water. Yep, that's what I need to do. But anywho, y'all, I had to come and tell y'all about old Wanda and her live. Ooh, Miss Carla, see, I know your skin is so pretty. She says I drink a lot of water. Miss Face says Mountain Dew or sweet tea. I ain't had no good old sweet tea in a minute either. Kroger have some good sweet tea. I forgot the name of it, but man, that must be so good. It's in the jugs and stuff. Ooh, that tea be good. Mm, 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 mm. I don't drink tea that often. McDonald's have really good tea too. Yep. Miss Faith say, yeah, Mountain Dew or sweet tea. I just can't do no Mountain Dew. I will if there's nothing else, but not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. Maria says, I'm waiting on folk to get a Dragon Squad, the fraud. Not, get Dragon Quad, the fraud. Now, see, I've been hearing bits and pieces. They said the man king, y'all, before we leave, they said the man king is he renting the cars or what is he doing? Stealing the cars, renting the cars? What is he doing, y'all? Miss Paris says mellow sweet tea. Yes, Miss wait a minute, is you in Virginia? Because I need to know. You sound like you might be down in Virginia somewhere. Faces Milo, the purple jug is the best. It is. Maria says, I like pure leaf sweet tea or Dean's. Yes. But y'all, she ain't gonna come back on that show, y'all, because they done busted that lady. They done pull her whole car. Oh, you in Texas? Oh, okay. They done pull her whole car. A song you talking about Team Squad, not sorry. You can be Team Squad, that's okay. But well, Miss Sonia, well, what is Team Squad doing? They said she done got caught up in a vehicle. Miss Logical One says it sounds like he's renting the cars that he leases. Mm, mm. Carla says, I just got a notification that says Marcel and Letitia bankrupt. Girl, I've been hearing about that. I've been hearing about that, Miss Carla. But see, y'all, let me tell y'all, for real, for real. I don't know, y'all, where the AI came from. I really don't. But y'all, some of that stuff that they be saying, y'all, it's some truth to that stuff. I'm telling y'all. Some of that stuff is really true. And yeah, Miss Carla, I did hear that about Marcel and Tisha were bankrupt. But let's think about it. Why is this millionaire out there doing, and there's nothing wrong with it, y'all, doing Uber Eats and all of that. She might as well get up there and get her daggone YouTube channel going, like everybody else is doing. Miss Maria says King is supposed to be doing some sort of car lease with these expensive vehicles, but he has been disabling the GPS and the cars disappear. Ooh, ooh. Leasing. and re-renting. Okay, Miss Paris. Miss Carla says it is AI. Yeah, yeah. I listen to them sometimes, Miss Carla. I do. It's all on the YouTube street. But yeah, they be having a lot of stuff that there's a lot of truth in it. And people be like, I ain't listening to that mess. I don't, all that. Well, it's always to each his own, y'all. People gonna listen to what they want to listen to, and they're gonna do what they want to do. So you can't knock nobody for that, you know. Um, Ms. Maria says, I saw a thumbnail about Scott 1.0 being bankrupt. It don't look reputable. Mm, I don't know, but I've heard that for a minute though. But y'all, where's Maurice and Kimmy? Y'all, they so quiet. Man, you don't even see them on the internet or nothing now. And then for them to have had karaoke night, Maurice is always in the place, y'all. He was nowhere to be found. Could it be? Could it be that lawsuit got him in some kind of way or something? Y'all, I'm still rooting for Miss Black Titanic. I hope everything works out for her in this situation. But yeah, y'all, you can't see these two clowns. She has a YouTube channel. Who Miss Charlene Kimmy? Where is Eva Nail? Girl, she quiet too. She quiet on the set, Miss Paris. Yeah, she quiet on the set because she done did Mel wrong and she don't know how to fix it. She's embarrassed. All of the above. She gave up a good friend for a few minutes on the TV. That part right there. Miss Maria says MLK Scott needs to stay off the internet. He always putting his foot in his mouth. All the way down there. All the way. Yeah, them peoples is real quiet. I guess the spinoff show is to no B for Neil, the Fletchers, y'all. That part right there. But yeah, I was saying shout out to who knew. She was saying something about Ralph filming with Martell because the Scots don't want to film with him no more. And then sometimes Ariane or something. I wouldn't even want to be on that show. Ariane, everything you do pertaining to Martell, you will always be at the bottom because Mel already did it or whatever. If it's pathetic at this point. Miss Sonia says, was Kimmy and Letitia and Destiny in Bessemer when they were filming? Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not sure. That's what he said. That at 3 o'clock they were supposed to be coming up on the sprinter. Juice and T says leasing, re-renting, disable the GPS, and then repainting the cars. Thievery at its finest. Die, gone. He can't do all of that. Miss Juice and T not supposed to be doing all of that. Lord, he gonna go to jail. Miss Sonya, you better get quad. She about to be caught up in a mess. Just like that daggone girl on Basketball Wives with her crazy tail self. What's her name be? Um, Lord, it's on the tip of my tongue. Marry that dude that be doing like that pyramid scheme. What's that girl name? She been spoiled all her life, dude. Faces I heard Marcel's and stank. What? She said she heard Marcel and stank puss quit the show, y'all. Ooh, Miss Faith. Who said that? Let me see. Jennifer, that's right, Miss Juice and T. Who said that? Wait a minute, y'all. I got to find out who said that right there now. Cause see, they can't be quitting the show like that because they ain't got no other job. They can't do like Mel do. Mm-mm. Jennifer, yeah, Jennifer about to be caught up in a pickle, y'all. She up there with her silly tail self talking about he done showed her the business. Girl, that ain't no business you be wanting to be into. Oh my God, y'all. Talk about like, oh, he owed these people some money too, y'all. Juice and T says they say Jennifer yeah, I promise y'all, I'm gonna start doing proofreading before I start. Miss Jennifer talking about Juice and T said they said Jennifer breath stink. Oh my God. Miss Carla says I heard that on AI. Yeah, I did too, Miss Carla. I did too. Sonya says, who said 2.0 got contracts? Oop. Well, now see, I don't know who said that, Miss Sonya. I ain't said. But I was just asking, trying to find out for a friend where they at, because they so quiet. Quiet on the set. Everybody just quiet on the set. Miss I'm trying to find who said that they got fired. What they oh Miss Faith. Miss Faith, what they get quiet for get fired for? I thought Carlos liked Mark though. Allegedly. I'm just saying. And of course, Wanda gonna always say something about Marcus and Carl Lucifer because she just want to be on that show so bad. She just want to be on the show. But y'all, StreamYard is getting ready to kick me off again, so I'm gonna go ahead on and get on off, y'all. Hell, Carlos probably fired that part. But anyway, y'all, please hit that like button for me. Make sure y'all share the video. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later on, y'all. Maybe StreamYard get their thoughts together. Miss Faces, I hear it on another CC's page. She said they quit or got fired.